Hello people, welcome to the first episode of F1 2022 here on the channel. If you cannot tell already, I am excited today to get into this one. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, the new game is out. I'm looking forward to jumping in. Brand new My Team series on the channel, the GOAT series on this channel. I know the Walking Dead was good, I know the Quarry was good, but let's be honest, the F1 2021 My Team series, GOATed status, yeah, and hopefully F1 2022 brings us another series up to that standard. If you haven't seen that series, I'm not going to recommend you go back and watch it because it's quite long, but just make sure you hit that subscribe button, stick around on this channel to watch every episode as they come. By the way, with this being the first episode, we're going to start our team, show you how to get started, go into our first race in Bahrain. But if you get 10 likes on this video, I'll release another race tomorrow. That is right, 2 back-to-back race days. Are you kidding me? Why would you not want to see that? Now, I've jumped into the game a little bit. I haven't done any races yet, but you can see I've had a little play around in the rooms and stuff. Like, there's a whole life. You have a whole house now. You can buy supercars. Like, what? You can buy supercars. Look, we had to go out and buy. We've got the safety cars there, but we have to go out and buy a Mercedes, I guess, you know, but and now it's on the screen, and now there's 2 Jarno Opmeers on the screen, but yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's stop messing around. As you can tell though, I am excited. Look at this on the My Team screen. Who is that on the right hand side? If you're familiar with F1 YouTube, you'll recognize that guy on the right hand there. That is Aarava, the GOAT of F1 YouTube. Well, second GOAT behind me, obviously. But yeah, shout out to that guy. If you don't know who Aarava is, make sure you go and check him out after you've finished watching my video, of course. That is literally the inspiration behind this My Team series. Probably wouldn't have done one without seeing that guy's content first, so shout out to him. Really cool that they put him in the game. Maybe next year's game it'll be me and Aarava on the same screen, who knows. But getting into this, so we are of course doing My Team, and we can choose an entry point. Newcomer. With tight resources, the team's expected to build before challenging midfield challenger or championship contender. Of course, we are going to go with newcomer. You know, we're not going in. Well, okay, so at the side you can see there's different bonuses and stuff for whichever one you go into. Midfield challenger, if you're looking for a quicker career mode. I don't know why you'd ever do championship contender. Where is the fun in that? We are, of course, going newcomer using the full F1 calendar. Of course, Miami is on this game. Never raced around Miami before. Really looking forward to getting into that. And let's customize our settings before we get into this stuff. Really looking forward to this game. Like I say, if you are looking forward to seeing the game on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button with that notification bell on so you never miss an upload. That is what we like to see. I'm not doing the 100% races, don't know what I'm thinking there. 50% races we do on this series. But yeah, like I say, a lot of videos to come. I'm going to have a Bahrain track guide coming out ASAP. Of course, this weekend in real life, it's going to be the Silverstone Grand Prix, so we will have a Silverstone track guide coming soon as well. This is a big one here though, career settings. We are of course allowing driver moves. I think we have icons in this game. We'll have to see once we get into it and see if there's any new icons. I'm not sure if there is. Fault frequencies we have on standard. Fault types are high, which means we can have technical and mechanical faults in races. Hopefully we don't see too much of that. As for the cash rate and resource rate, I leave all this on default. I know you can change it up and make it a bit harder for yourself or easier for yourself. You know, you can increase your cash flow, increase your XP, which is a claim, and increase your resource points, but I'm going to leave all of that on the default, and I think we are all good to go. So with that being said, let's confirm this. I bet you we're going to have some very long cutscene. Oh, there we go. Use My Team icons. Yes, I would like to use icons. I want to see who that they are. If you missed our series last year, we did make use of icons. We had Nico Rosberg as our teammate for one season, and he did trash. Then we had Michael Schumacher as our teammate for one season. But let's start the career with the selected options. Like I say, we're probably going to have a massive cutscene from Will Buxton, who's going to tell us, when you drive a car, if you press the gas pedal, your car goes. And it's like, whoa, Will Buxton with the insight. Let's go with our driver. I think I've just done this off camera, but I guess it hasn't saved. We're going to choose Jarno Opmeer, of course, as our guy to drive, as our avatar. Our name is going to be, of course, Sasuke Gaming. If you don't know what that means, then you've not seen Naruto. Oh, that's my first name, and last name is Gaming, of course. And then, of course, the team is going to be called Sasuke. This best not be the team. This is definitely the avatar. Yeah, okay. SAS as the initials. And as for the driver number, boys, you know me. My favourite number's 24. Look at this, between 21 and 25. 24 is gone because Guan Yu Zhou has came into F1 and stolen my number. So when we don't have that 24, we're going to go with 2 9s instead. 99. Thanks, Giovinazzi, for leaving this number 3 for us, you stinker. We have got number 99 in our car now. I'm only messing Giovinazzi. I liked him. He was quite a cool guy. But yeah, he's gone now. So we're taking his number. Now, this is what I did off camera. And it's not saved again. Okay, anyway, customise our helmet. I'll do this rapid because I remember what colour scheme we did have on. And as you can see, we are making our colour scheme purple and purple and white and black. Yeah, I forgot what the colour was called then. It's white and black. So yeah, there's our helmet. The race suit is the same style, but look at this for the race suit. Yeah, and then we're going to go with the white there and have the black or the purple on the outside. Very nice indeed. Yeah, we're using the black race suits. I think black race suits look so good. Mercedes, obviously, with the black race suits, just looks so class. And hopefully we can continue some Mercedes class in this game. Well, maybe not this season, of course. We all know Mercedes are struggling, but they'll bounce back. There's our character, Jarno Opmeer, looking swagged out. Apologies for that alarm there. I know that gives people PTSD if you hear that iPhone alarm. And I've been talking for 10 minutes. Can we just shut up and get into the game, please? Here we go. This is a big one. What name would we like to give the team, pal? Of course, we are going to call the team Sasuke Racing. I was going to say one time, but it's not one time. Eventually, we are going to make a new channel on this platform of YouTube called Sasuke Racing, not gaming, because we've already got that one. And that's where our exclusive racing content is going to be. I'm going to do real life racing content, as well as obviously the game content over there. But for now, we are sticking with this one channel, Sasuke Gaming. So hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1K. Can you help us get there before the end of the year? Now, this is a big one. Do we go for a big goal bonus, which we don't get till the end of the season, or do we go with the biggest signing bonus to get the best engine and teammate and stuff? Let's see. So Xenon Dynamics wants 15 championship points in a season. I think that's going to be a push, to be honest, with our brand new car starting right at the bottom. Complete a full season, 3.8 signing bonus though. Yeah. Echo, as a team, achieves 2-point finishes during a season. Now, over the course of what? I don't know how many races you actually do on this. 23 is there now on this game. So 2-point finishes. Maybe we get lucky with a safety car or something like that. It's a push, but we get that 4.5 million signing bonus. We're going to go with that one. I don't think 15 points is realistic. Maybe we might sneak into that P10 spot twice in a season. I think that's more realistic than getting 15 points in a season. So we can choose our powertrain, and wow, look at the stats of that Ferrari engine at the end. 95 performance, 97 durability. Completely smashes the rest of them out of the water, but it's 4 million. If we pick that, we're going to have 500k to pick our teammate. Can we even buy anyone with that? Can we even get anyone with that? Oscar Piastri, 1 million. I mean, obviously, I don't think your starting teammate matters that much personally. You want to look for pace and racecraft. They're the two most important stats. Pace is obviously your one-lap pace, how good they are in qualifying. And then racecraft is how good these guys are in finishing races higher than they started, I think is how they describe racecraft in this game. So obviously that's like overtakes and defending position and maintaining position once they make an overtake. Now, we can't, if we choose the Ferrari engine, we can't actually start the career mode. Let's go Enzo Fittipaldi. Okay, so to have the Ferrari engine, I guess, and the cheapest teammates, we need to go with the most expensive sponsor, which is obviously the 15 constructors points. But for the sake of the career mode, I'm not going to do that. Obviously, the Ferrari engine would give us that massive boost at the start. But what I'm going to do instead, if the game will let me, there we go, I'm going to take off this Ferrari power unit. 4 million. Like, the stats look nice, but 4 million is a lot. Yeah, Red Bull powertrains, I like the performance, but 81 durability, I don't know if we can deal with that. You've saw the difficulties Red Bull have had in real life this season. If that translates into the game, that is not good. Renault, I'm sorry, but you guys stink. 83 performance, 82 durability. Renault, you guys stink. If you want to sponsor me though and give me money, I'll take that back. I love Renault, I love Alpine, I love Fernando Alonso. Esteban Ocon, no, don't get me started. Let's get into the game now. With a Mercedes power unit, yes, can we bring Mercedes back to glory? They're struggling in real life at the minute, but we have 600k extra in the bank, which means we can get a better teammate. Enzo Fittipaldi, 600k. No, thank you, mate. We are going to go with somebody else. Not going to go with this guy, controversial guy as of recent, and his mate, whose name we won't say, but he probably won't like our racing suit because purple is quite close to pink, but we won't speak on that. We won't speak on that in this video. Jack Aiken, he made an appearance last year on our game, but his stats stink, so I'm not going to go with him. Actually, Felipe Drugovich looking a lot better, but Oscar Piastri, 72 pace, but 68 racecraft. I like the look of that. I do like the look of that. Speaking of Renault, I'm sure Piastri is an Alpine reserve driver or youth driver or something. We are going to pick up Oscar Piastri as our teammate. 1 million contract cost. His pace isn't the best, but I like his racecraft. And we are going to have Echo as our sponsorship. Achieve 2-point finishes in a season to get that bonus. We're going to have Mercedes AMG Petronas power in our car. And we are going to have Oscar Piastri as our teammate with a total of $200,000 left in the bank to make upgrades. Probably not enough to make upgrades, but let's get to the car reveal. I will hide this until we have the livery reveal in the actual game. If you're familiar with our channel and the My Team series, you'll recognise this badge from the last 2 games, actually. Well, the last 2 years that I've actually played the game. We've had the same badge, different colour scheme now, keeping with that purple theme, and obviously the white and the black on the rest of our race suit and livery. Spoilers, but let's get to the livery reveal. Here we go then. I told you we're going to get a big fat cutscene. I do like the effort that's gone into this, actually, because it looked like it gives us our home, you know. Oh, there he is. There's the big man himself. Big Buxton. Yeah. Wow. What a guy. I'm loving the graphics upgrades. A shout out to EA as well, by the way, because while I'm customising my livery there, there's an... Oh, it is Aarav again. What a guy. He works for our team now. Come on. But yeah. There's music on this game now. Obviously, last year, you just had the standard menu music sound like you was in an elevator. Is that Johnny Sins? Yeah, there's a whole soundtrack now. I'm going to have to turn game sound down while we record these videos because we'll get copyright claimed. So that's not good. But, oh, yeah, you can see the car on the screen. I forgot about that. Yeah, hopefully it's like the car. We're keeping with that purple theme. But we do have that silver going on. Completely forgot what was even happening on the screen at the minute. But yeah, I'm talking completely over Will Buxton because this guy chats wham. We don't need to hear what this guy has to say. As for the car, like I've said, now they've hid it, but they've just spoiled it already. We've got that purple going on. We have that silver. We have that Mercedes engine, so we're paying homage to our engine supplier with that silver metallic going on. Here is the car reveal, as you can see it in all of its glory. I haven't driven on this game yet with the new cars, so I'm so excited to get on our wheel and pedals and see how this feels with the new specs on these cars, but a nice metallic finish on our car there with the purple. I love the size of the side pods. This game looks, the cars look so good. Wow, and we have a big interview. I'll probably skip half of this because I want to get us to the first race. But yeah, nice to see you, Will Buxton. Nice to see you, Jarno Opmeer, the GOAT of F1 esports. So this looks like where we'll focus our what's the word? Like speciality, I guess, or specialization. I'm going to go with traction out of corners, and our aero department will notice that. And here we talk about the engine, I guess. Fuel loads, ERS. Fresh pair of eyes can solve reducing drag. Better picture off the first race. Let's see. I'm going to go with reducing drag. We want a really good aero car, I find, on my team. When you first start out, you have no downforce at all. Yeah, you turn the wheel, nothing happens. So we need to try and maximise our aero department. Get that drag reduction to get some speed on the straights. Get that increased rear and front downforce on the car. Incredible top speed on straights. Overtaking's about power, so that's the power unit. Incredibly light car, that's for the chassis, and that is no. Let's see. I'm going to go with power. I need power. I want power on the straights. I know I've just mentioned aero, and that goes against everything I've just said, but there's no rules. Who's getting the gold star? Durability department, power unit, aero, or chassis? Like I say, Power unit, very important to get that speed on the straights. We've just had a little boost to it there, but we're going to focus heavily on that aerodynamics department. I don't know what it is with F1. I just really like aerodynamics. I don't know why. I've just been drawn to that ever since starting this game. I've always wanted to make sure we upgrade the aero first. Like I say, it's a good job if you do, because you have no downforce to begin with. R&D, yeah. We're not new players. Let's see, R&D. Yeah. Stop talking. Okay, aerodynamics. Here we go. We have 1 drag reduction upgrade already. We have 1,000 resource points in the bank. We have a rear downforce upgrade already. We only have 1,000, so we're gonna get this front downforce upgrade. We will have that before the Grand Prix out in Bahrain. See, looking at the vehicle comparison chart there, we're not actually that low down. We're above McLaren, Williams, Aston Martin, Alfa Romeo. Maybe we won't be too far near the back. I'm sure we will if we check out the other places. Actually, yeah, third worst chassis. As for the powertrain's right up there, just underneath the Ferrari boys of Ferrari, Alfa and Haas. So Mercedes definitely the second best engine. Durability were way down the bottom as well. But yeah, let's buy this upgrade to the over wing winglets, or over wheel winglets I should say. Front downforce upgrade. You can see a little description of what this does there. Adds additional downforce at the front of the car without compromising drag profile by changing the design of the wheel winglets. Not too much technical stuff going on there. You just buy the upgrade that you can afford, but it is what it is. Someone told me I should go through that stuff, so we're going to do that. Let's advance through this. We get our upgrade on the day of the Bahrain Grand Prix, so hopefully there's no issues there, and that does come through. I can't wait to get into this race, man. I'm really looking forward to this. I can't wait to jump into practice and see how it feels. Hopefully it comes through, and it has. What a dub that is. So we've had our upgrade come through in the R&D tree for the over wheel winglet upgrade. We can actually get another one, so I'm going to go with another front downforce upgrade here. The front nose redesign, reprofiled front nose design, synchronizes airflow around the front wing region, improving downforce. We won't get that until after Jeddah though, obviously double header with Bahrain and Jeddah. Can't wait to get into this. It is race 1 of the My Team season 2022. If you are excited, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe, and let's get into the race weekend. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, species, and whatever you identify as. Let's get into the first race of the season here in Bahrain. It is qualifying time under the lights in Bahrain. Looking at the graphics in the garage here, exact same ones from last year, so shout out to Codemasters and stuff and EA for putting together the same game as last year. You love to see it. That's no shade. Sponsor me, EA, Codemasters. You can see us there. We're putting on our setup for qualifying. They've actually changed the setups this year, and you can have up to 50 on your downforce levels for the front and rear wings. Last year I'm sure it went between 1 and 11, I want to say, but this year it goes between 1 and 50. So yeah, I said I was going to do a Bahrain track guide and setup. It's going to take me a while to find the right setup, because having 50 as your wings, you can really experiment with different styles compared to just having 11 on each wing. So yeah, it's going to take me a while to find the best setups. Right now I just went with the maximum downforce setup, which is like a pre-saved one that the game makes for you. They're never really that good, but with it being the start of my team and I don't know the best setup to put on, and I doubt anyone on YouTube's even found it yet because the game is brand new, just came out today. Like I say, we've gone with the preset setup of maximum downforce just to try and give us that extra help round those corners. Will it work out for us, especially with the long straights here in Bahrain? We'll have to wait and find out in the race when we compare it to the cars that are around us. But in terms of the car itself, definitely does feel different to last year. I won't really know the full impact of the changes to the car until we get it fully upgraded, because obviously our car at the end of the My Team series on the last game was literally just a roller coaster. It was on rails, just flew around the track, did everything I told it to. This new car with no upgrades, it's gonna feel rough regardless of any regulation changes that came to the cars, but we are gonna try our best. And with Bahrain especially, anyway, it's not one of my favorite tracks. in terms of me driving it. I don't think I'm very good. I mean, I'm not very good anyway. You know, I'm here to entertain. I'm not a pro player. If you want to see a pro player play this game, go and watch Marcel Kiefer, go and watch Jarno Opmeer, someone in esports. I am here to entertain, not to do pro driving as much as I think I'm a pro driver. But you can see, speaking of pro driving, we put a P21 after our first lap in qualifying. Can't go again. I wanted to do 2 push laps there, but we ran out of ERS. The ERS deployment seems to only give you 1 push lap in quali, then you need to do a charge lap and then go again. Very similar to obviously what happens in real life. You hardly really see people go for 2 push laps in real life. It's always the push and then the charge lap. But you can see us here again going on another lap. We came into the pits, changed tyres, and we are going green in our Delta. I'm actually a bit far away from the screen right now, so I can't see the Delta, but we are definitely green in that Delta. And now as I get closer, we're almost a second up on our previous lap, so I'm thinking to myself, this could be an absolute blinder of a lap. We're currently P21 ahead of Stinkerban Ocon, and Oscar Piastri, our teammate, is just in front of us. Not sure what the Delta is between me and Oscar. It looks like at the moment though, our biggest rival might be Alpine this season, with Ocon being P22, Alonso just ahead of Piastri, who is above also Guan Yu Zhou, or Zhou Guan Yu I should say, sorry, I'm sure that is how you pronounce his name. It's Zhou Guan Yu, not the other way round. But like I say, 1 second up in the Delta, we're flying on this qualifying lap here with only 4 minutes left in the session. Don't expect to get out of Q1 here, but to put it at least the top of Q1, which for us would be P16, that would be very nice indeed. And we go P19, so a big improvement on P21. Overtake our teammate Oscar Piastri. Would like to out-qualify our teammate every chance that we get, even though we did go with the best guy. We go back into the pits, change our tyres again, come out for one final lap here in the qualifying session on brand new fresh tyres. And look on the top right, no, we don't go for one more lap because the session is over. I don't know how the timing accelerated so quickly. We definitely did have enough time for another lap by the time we came into the pits, but by the time we got back out there, I guess not. And we do have to finish the qualifying session in P21. It's the start of the career mode, first race. I'm not expecting anything crazy from it. And you can see Oscar Piastri, our teammate, also P22. So it looks like that is our level at the minute, in the back of the pack, even slower than the Williams. Zhou Guan Yu struggling there compared to his teammate Valtteri Bottas up in P6 in the other Alfa Romeo. That is very weird to see. You don't normally see that much of a gap between 2 teammates on this game. Equal machinery. I know Bottas is a lot higher rated than the rookie Guan Yu Zhou, or Zhou Guan Yu. I said it wrong again. But let's get to the race, see if we can improve on that P21 testing, level.
No more practice. This is the real deal, and it's make or break here at round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36-mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities, and it could be a strategic race, this one, with Zerkaa notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Verstappen, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Russell, Fernando Alonso, Bottas, Ocon, and Kevin Magnussen, Gasly, Norris, Mick Schumacher and Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Albon, Sebastian Vettel and Lance Stroll, Latifi, Joe, the owner driver and Oscar Piastri. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as once again we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice. They've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
There we go then, there's the introduction. I really like the way they called Carlos Sainz the smooth operator there. That's nice that they implement like a real life touch to the commentary. Obviously Crofty on the commentary. We flip the default strategy into a hard medium setup. Apologies if you could hear any overlap in the noise there. But it is lights out and away we go in the first race of the My Team season here in Bahrain. We get off to a slow start compared to everyone around us. We are on the hard tyres. Only man on the grid, I believe, on hard tyres, but we can try and shoot one up the inside as Guan Yu Zhou makes a little move there. That puts me off completely up the line I was going for up the inside. We have to take a very slow line over that curb through turn 1. Can we catch up to the rest of the pack now? You don't actually seem that fast going up the hill. It gives us time to catch up to the back of our teammate Piastri. As we look up the inside, Sebastian Vettel completely cuts that off, and Vettel bouncing over the curb. Now we're 3 wide coming through this corner. Me, Sebastian, Oscar Piastri up ahead of us now. Latifi's making moves. Guan Yu Zhou is still here somewhere. Now Vettel's down in P22. I don't even know where Vettel qualified. Don't know where Vettel came from. Coming around this hairpin-esque corner now. We are side by side with our teammate Oscar Piastri on those medium tyres, and it's too wide into turn 10. I absolutely hate this turn with a passion. We go off the track there because I was literally just trying to give Piastri space. I had no idea where Oscar was shooting up the inside through turn 10. I did not want to see a collision between us and a teammate. We are not racing with Dan Ticktum this season. I don't want to see that happen. And here's Vettel round the outside. Great move from Sebastian Vettel if he can stay in front of us here. And it looks like he has. But look at the speed we have compared to Vettel launching through that corner. But we have to stay behind. There's no room for an overtake there. Very unfortunate indeed. And Vettel pulling away on the straight. Look at the speed of that Aston Martin car. Very weird to see. I did not expect Vettel to pull away that quick. And Sebastian Vettel, what are you doing? Vettel completely misses the apex there, and it was like he almost just slammed on the brakes on the apex because he missed it. And Guan Yu Zhou diving into the pits. I say his name wrong every time. Lance Stroll also into the pits. Must have been some contact between those two on that first lap there. What an absolutely chaotic start here in Bahrain. Stroll onto the soft tyres as well as Zhou. And look at that in the bottom right. I pull up the MFD. Our ICE, the internal combustion engine, the main component of a Formula 1 engine that gives it that power. 37% wear already. This is the first race of the season. I did a bit of practice before it in FP1. We did qualifying. Now we're on lap 2 of the first race. And our ICE has 37% wear. What even is that? What even is that? We picked the Mercedes engine. They said 90 durability. I thought we were going to be good for durability, but already an engine component picking up some wear. Hopefully that doesn't cost us any problems in this race, because the ICE, like I said, is the main component that gives us power. And if we lose power in a race, you never want to see that happen. Let's just say that. Speaking of power, Sebastian Vettel has pulled out a 2-second gap already. Like, I'm speechless. 2 laps later, that gap's increased to 4.5 seconds. So Vettel pulling out 1 second a lap on us, and I don't know what that's for. The ICE now up to 47%, I think that said. I don't know what's going on with that wear. That seems like a crazy, ridiculous, broken thing at this point in time, because by my current maths, that ICE is going to explode. If it keeps going at that rate, boys, ladies and gentlemen, our car's going to explode if that keeps going. By my maths, I think we were due to hit 80% wear like in 10 laps or something like that. Absolutely crazy. As you can see now, the MFD is showing an orange warning to say that an engine component's worn, and the ICE is at 60%. 60% wear on lap 11. There's 29 laps in this race in Bahrain. What do you mean 20? What do you mean 60% wear on the ICE? No wonder we're so slow on the straights. No wonder Sebastian Vettel has pulled out a 19-second gap to us. Look at us down the straight here. We can't even get into 8th gear. We don't even have the revs to get into 8th gear. We're maxing out at 178 miles an hour. Now, to put that in context, we were maxing out at 189 miles per hour in quali. Obviously, we've got a lot more fuel on board. The car's going to be heavier, but 11 mile an hour slower. I don't think so, and we can't even get into 8th gear, and when we do get into 8th gear, it's still not good enough, and as if that engine problem wasn't bad enough, now the fuel load is going into the red as well. We've underfueled the car, but I didn't change the fuel load when we changed the strategy, so I don't know what's going on here in Bahrain. Maybe it's just a cursed race for us, but Alex Albon comes out of the pits just 1 second ahead of us. Can we try and have some action in this race? Can we try and make a move on Albon? Albeit we've got to come into the pits later ourselves. But like, I thought that was just trash. I'll be honest with you, as I'm driving this race thinking Sebastian Vettel's 20 seconds ahead, but look at us chasing down Albon here. Set up a very nice move there to go up the inside into the hairpin, make Albon defend the outside line as we shoot up the inside. Great overtake from us. Albon out the pits on freezing cold tyres, and that's one thing I will say that I do like to see this year. And there's a yellow flag. Alex Albon off the track. We'll have to get a replay of that. I don't know what happened to Alex Albon there. Albon, we've just made a great move on, and speaking of his cold tyres, he comes into that turn 10, just goes completely off the track, just does not turn in. Don't know if he locked the rears there and went off the track, or what happened to Alex. But very bizarre move from Alex Albon there. Like I said, one thing I have noticed in this game, coming out the pits on fresh tyres, yeah, it really makes an impact. Those tyres are cold. Yeah, when you come out of the pits, those tyres are cold. Speaking of the pits, our teammate Oscar Piastri in the pits at the moment. I think Sebastian Vettel joining him in the pits. Kevin Magnussen making an appearance in the top left there. First time we've seen his name in this race. Potential future teammate for us at Sasuke Racing. I really like Kevin Magnussen. Nicholas Latifi is the man joining Oscar in the pits. Nicholas Latifi, the worst driver on the grid. But yeah, getting down into turn 1, you can see we're still not able to hit 8th gear on that straight. Very bizarre indeed. There's Latifi on the first apex. Are we going to be able to get past this stinker of a man on fresh hard tyres he's got on there? They're going to be freezing cold, but look at the pace advantage down this straight. Latifi's put on the burners. Latifi, he just sprinted away. That was like Fast and Furious when they have the knot. And what is this guy doing? Latifi shaking all over the place. Shaky warrior, trying to cut us off completely. This guy is an absolute lunatic. This guy is trying to get me killed right now. I don't know what this guy is thinking, but all I'm thinking is, can we stay behind this guy and get DRS down the straight and see if that works? And the answer is no. We don't even need DRS because this guy stinks, and we've just overtook him just like that. Didn't even have to put any work in to make that move there. Alex Albon, the other Williams car behind Latifi now, and I believe Oscar Piastri just behind the two of them. So it looks like Williams might be our rivals this season. I can see us having a lot of battles with Nicholas Latifi and Alex Albon. And battling with Latifi is not what you want to do. Ask Mick Schumacher in Abu Dhabi last year. You have a one battle with Latifi and he decides to throw his car into the wall and cause the most controversial safety car of all time. But we don't speak about that anymore because it's a new season and it's Sasuke Gaming's My Team series, so we don't even mention that. Look at this, we're getting chased down by two Williams. We don't have any power on the straights. We're underfueled. We're trying to, you can see us harvesting energy there. We've got no energy left in the battery. You can see our light flashing, trying to harvest some energy back. We're getting double teamed. It's Latifi and Albon looking like Triple H and Shawn Michaels, D-Generation X. They've double teamed me. There goes Latifi in front. Alex Albon round the outside. We have the inside line through turn 1. Stay ahead. That gives Alex kicking up dust there, as you see him, and that gives Oscar a chance to make a move on Alex, which he has done. Oscar Piastri, great overtake on Alex Albon, who went slow through turn 1, trying to go round the outside of us, and we did not let him, which allowed our teammate to make a place. And then, as you can see, our teammate there coming through turn 10, I completely jump off the track to try and give him some space to get past us. Did not want to hold Oscar up because we were coming into the pits this lap, so I thought, you know what, if we can let Oscar go by, try and catch Latifi. And look at that for a save. That's another thing I've noticed on this game so far compared to last year. When your tyres go, they go. Yeah, like, yeah, I was struggling with these tyres at this point. I feel like on the last game, when your tyres got to that high percentage of wear, you definitely did feel the loss of grip, but it was more from a sense of, I don't know, like traction out of corners in terms of like your speed. But this year, it really feels like, you know, the oversteer is definitely noticeable a lot more. Like last year, I can't even explain what I felt last year. It just felt like I was slow. And look at this, there's a new pit mechanic, which I had completely failed. I had no idea what to do. But apparently you've got to press the select button or the start button at the perfect time to turn into your pit lane. I've got no clue. I'm not even sure if that's the same on manual pits. I don't know. That's brand new to me, and I was looking at my phone at the time while I was driving into the pits, so I don't even know. And here's what I mean about those cold tyres coming out to the pits. This is where I first experienced it. Check the bottom right there. 72 degrees on the temperature for the tyres. Absolutely ice cold. You can see that graphic there showing they are blue as blue can be. Yeah, and look at this understeer coming out the corner, just no grip. This is what I mean about the traction out the corners. This is what it felt like when you have no tyre wear on F1 2021. Now look at this. Look at the ICE in the bottom corner. That's like 81%. I can't see from where I'm sat, but that's like 81% with 9 laps to go. This car is going to explode. What is this? But we see blue flags for the first time in our career mode, and it's on the first race of the season. Now, I knew blue flags would come, especially in Monaco. I'm expecting a lot of blue flags, let's just say that. But I did not expect to see them this early in the game. Charles Leclerc making the move on us there. And to be honest, I had a little race with Leclerc now, as you can see. I don't feel like we were that slow. We definitely just had the car problems. That's what I'm going to blame it on. Because like we were kind of keeping up with Leclerc through the corners. I didn't feel like he was making much time on us, but down those straights is where the other cars just ran away from me, literally. Here's more blue flags. But Guan Yu Zhou, right on our case again. Or Zhou Guan Yu, I'm sorry. I need to stop saying that. So I thought he was getting overtaken, but he overtakes us. It's like, bro, there's blue flags. Get out the way. Here comes Carlos Sainz. And there is also the 2 Red Bulls behind. And we almost made contact with Carlos Sainz there as I'm checking my mirrors to try and let Perez and Max Verstappen past. I almost fly into the side of Carlos Sainz. That would have been a disaster. But in my head, I'm thinking, okay, Zhou is in front of these 3 now. He needs to get lapped by them. If I can stick with them, I'll overtake Zhou as if I'm lapping him. So as you can see, there goes Perez, there goes Max, Zhou to the side of the road, and we make an overtake on Guan Yu Zhou. He must think that we were overtaking him because he saw the blue flag. But we were actually in the race against Zhou, and we weren't lapping him. So can we stick with these Red Bulls, get some DRS after turn 10? Oh, and look at that. We're looking in our rear view mirror to try and see where Guan Yu Zhou is, and we can't see him because there is a cloud of smoke. And now I don't think Zhou Guan Yu is vaping. I don't think vapes are allowed in F1 cars. I don't think he's a smoker. I don't think you're allowed to smoke in F1 cars. That must be coming from our car. Our engine is gone. What did I tell you? If our engine keeps up this way, it's gonna blow up. And there's fire coming out the back of our car. Fire in Bahrain, not what we like to see after that PTSD Romain Grosjean caused everyone last year.
There appears to be an issue. We're currently investigating.
We get some information off our engineer there to say there's a problem, and I'm like, yeah mate, I can see that, I can smell it as well. The car is on fire. 94% I think that said on the ICE. You don't need to tell me twice. Our teammates 25 seconds ahead of us. I know there's a problem. Max, Jeff, whatever your name is on this game, he's got a new name. It was Jeff last year. We're gonna call him Jeff again. Hefe. Yeah, I can tell that there's a problem, mate. You don't need to tell me that. Alright.
Okay, looks like a mechanical failure. We're gonna have to ask you to find a safe spot to retire. Sorry about that, mate.
And there we go. The engineer confirms technical failure. We're gonna have to retire from this race. But did you see the button right then? It wasn't even the ICE that failed us, boys. It wasn't even the ICE that failed us. It was the energy store, I think. We're going to have to retire from the race on lap 26 of 29. So close to the end of the race. We had nothing to play for anyway, so it's not that big of a deal that we had to retire. But still, unfortunate to see on the first race of the season. But it wasn't even the ICE that failed us. It was a different component of this engine. Mercedes, what are you doing? 90 performance, 90 durability. 2 engine components failed in the first race. I cannot believe my eyes. Yeah? Come on. So, Charles Leclerc wins the race. Carlos Sainz, P2. Max Verstappen, P3. Verstappen must have got past his teammate Perez somehow. And there is Leclerc. Got a feeling Leclerc is going to be world champion this season in our game. Definitely not real life. He's too inconsistent. Let's not start those conversations. That's for another day. But a nice little new graphic here where they go like behind the scenes, behind the stage before they walk out on the podium. But unfortunately, brand new game, same exact podium celebrations. That's a new camera angle, to be fair. Here we go though. The exact same celebration. No new trophy. They couldn't even make the trophies the shape of the track. There's new people in the crowd, I guess. I don't know if these people work for Ferrari, but look at this. Exact same podium celebration where whoever comes P3 gets completely neglected, does not get involved in the podium celebrations, and it just shows the top two, I guess. So, congratulations to Ferrari. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that win. And yeah, I mean, I don't even know what you want to do with that win. Hopefully you can continue with that, because Red Bull are going to come back. You know, we saw what happened to Red Bull in Bahrain. You need to stay on your game, Ferrari, and we might be getting a Ferrari engine next year if Mercedes don't up their game too, because that is very disappointing for us. So, our teammate Piastri finished in P18. A solid race from the lad, to be fair, to come from the very back of the grid, albeit there was a DNF, me, and he overtook us. But still, finishing P18 is not a bad result. I don't mind that. Good start for Piastri there. Zhou Guanyu on the 4-stop. What's this guy thinking? But now we have a bonus clip. Check this out. Sponsored by no one.
That's one of the Racing Point cars ahead of you.
One of the who? There's one of the what in front of me? What did you just say?
That's one of the Racing Point cars ahead of you.
You know, something tells me, Jeff, Max, Hefe, whatever your name is, something tells me that was not a Racing Point. Probably the fact that Racing Point doesn't exist anymore. But look at this. There's the energy store, 99%. And we only get 2 energy stores to begin the season with, which definitely means there's a grid penalty coming later on in this season. But we're also going to have to take a new ICE for the next race of the season, because the other one is on 94% wear. You know what I mean? That's only 5% wear away from complete and total failure. Cannot believe it. We're getting some more upgrades here. Feel free to read the descriptions. We're getting a downforce upgrade. We get an engine power upgrade. Definitely need to improve that power on the straights. At first, I thought it was just a setup. In quali, you saw us put on that maximum downforce setup. When you have higher downforce, of course, it costs you time on the straights. If you didn't know that, now you do. So we get an engine power upgrade. Also try and get a weight reduction upgrade. Can't afford it, so we have to get the weight redistribution upgrade, unfortunately. Definitely need to improve our chassis. It stinks. We have the second worst on the entire grid, I do believe. We have our first department event, and we get 7+ pace for the next race for Oscar Piastri. I think that takes him up to 79 or 80, so he's going to be flying in the next race in Jeddah. We have this Pirelli Hotlap event. I have no idea what that is. We're going to get to that in the next race. If you have enjoyed this video, people, please make sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Let me know what engine you picked to start. Did you have any problems in your first race with technical difficulties as we had? Did you enjoy the bonus clip sponsored by no one? If you want to sponsor that, hit me up and I'll send you the details. But yeah, that is going to be it, people. Like, comment, share and subscribe. You know the vibes. I will catch you next time. Take it easy.